We are a husband and wife filmmaking team on a global mission.
Now, more than ever, we all need some encouragement.
We are traveling the world to discover the amazing individuals working to restore our planet.
We will film their inspiring stories and help whenever we can.
Join us on this adventure with purpose.
The Restoration Planet team has arrived here in the Rio Nueva Private Reserve on the Osa Peninsula. And we are following an incredible young entomologist and a group of students, and we're going to share his story with you.
I am the founder and president of BioSur Foundation. So this is a non-profit organization led by young activists that we want to work to keep protecting this incredible rainforest. Osa Peninsula is holding almost 3% of the entire biodiversity of this planet. And in fact, it is the most biologically intense place on Earth. So the natural resources that we have in this area are crucial if we want to work against climate change. And so as a small organization and young people that we feel really desperate about the climate situation of our planet, is that we want to empower ourselves or take actions and work against this climate disaster that is coming to us. Esto, lo que ven acá, esta estípula, es lo que conocemos o que le da el nombre a los ficus. Every month we work with kids of our community. So we have already like 45 kids from different parts of the Osa Peninsula, where we motivate them to understand what we have in the rainforest, how everything is interconnected, and also to expose them what is the conservation issues that we have, and they can feel like they belong to this conservation movement that we are creating into our community. Our environmental conservation programs, we bring them to the forest, we teach them about the nature, we show them about how they can protect the rainforest, how they can reduce the pollution that we are creating as a species as well into this area, and how they can motivate more people and young people to keep protecting this part of Costa Rica. And they understand that they are living in a really special place on Earth.
Y el otro lugar donde yo estoy, entonces necesitamos unirnos. Entonces, algunos frutos de estos, estos se comen.
They see and they can understand that conservation is something that we need. It's part of the development of humans too. We cannot disconnect, people and nature.
So we just are hanging back from the group a bit because I need you to hear this. It's like cicadas and a million kinds of insects, but it's just almost a roar in here. This is a very active forest.
La semilla le da un toquecito.
¿Un toquecito de qué?
Camera traps are becoming an important tool for research.
¿Qué está pasando?
Sí, los 20. Con plumitas negras. ¿Con plumitas qué? Negras. Pero es amarillo, amarillo todo. Sí, la otra vez íbamos a venir en río porque si no se va a la presión, no se va a agarrar.
Wrapped in leaf. No waste. I got it. There you go.
Okay, vamos a ver el primero. Bueno, voy a hacerme. No importa, así yo veo. ¡Uy, madre! Son los del cuello. ¡Qué bien! Son los del cuello blanco, ¿no? Sí, son 6.
¡Qué bien!
Tenemos un montón de esas fotos.
I am an entomologist, that means that I specialize on insects. Insectopia is the name of this project of BioSur. Insectopia is the first step to understand the biodiversity of insects that we have in the Osa Peninsula. Insects, they play the most important role inside of the ecosystems. If they collapse, that means that we're going to start facing a really apocalyptic moment for the humanity as well. It's beyond just the monkeys or tapirs or toucans, for example. Is that in this place we have more butterflies, for example, than all Canada and United States together, just in this small corner of Costa Rica. The blue morpho is a strictly neotropical group of butterflies that you find basically just related with the tropical forest of Central America and South America, and some part of North America and Mexico is where you can find them. And it's a group of rotting fruits butterflies that you will find associated with different species of trees that develop a lot of roots and create a huge decomposition on the ground, and so they love fermented fruits, for example. But also we have this group of butterflies are amongst the most beautiful species that we have in our planet. The color that you can see here is an optic illusion, so basically the butterfly is not blue, so it's basically transparent. But their scales are being modified to break the white light and reflect the blue color that you can see. So it's a structural coloration. It's not a pigmentation that gives them this color to this group of butterflies. To see them flying around is gorgeous. It's like a dream. It's so nice. We have right here Atta cephalotes is the scientific name of this fascinating creature. This is the famous leafcutter ant. However, we have more than one species that do the same here in Costa Rica. Atta probably is the most common one. Their civilization actually is impressive. It's like a unimind. They've been designing their cities. Seriously, I mean, their nests are cities. They can remove more than 8 tons of earth outside of their nest. But they are super important for the functioning of the rainforest. They introduce nutrients from really far away. They even climb up giant trees and bring the leaves of those trees to underground, meters underground. Their tunnels as well are designed for bring air, fresh air, really deeply into the earth. And that is something that as well is really important and is part of the roles that they play as a species. So now they are cutting down those leaves to feed a special kind of mushroom that they've been co-evolving together. Their mushroom that they take care is used for feed them, and they have a really long life. I mean, the queen is able to live around 25 years, and each worker that you can see right here can live around 1 year, for example. So they have a really long life as a species, which is fascinating for insects. The antibiotic that was discovered through the mushroom or fungus that they are taking care has been now used for create this new antibiotic. I mean, we are getting like a kind of immunity to many antibiotics, and to discover new ones can bring hope to stop many diseases and many things that can put our species in troubles. So there are a lot of things that we need to keep understanding with nature, and we need to take a close look on many of those creatures to see what they do inside of the rainforest.
I mean, talk about camouflage.
Yes,
You know, I mean, these look like sticks and leaves.
totally. It's a really complex group and that we have in this part of Costa Rica. I mean, there are a lot of the species, but all of them are really hard to find.
Yeah.
So to find walking sticks inside of the rainforest is not an easy job.
No.
They blend very well, they hide very well, and yes, indeed, they they are herbivores, so they feed on plants. But in Costa Rica, for example, people kill them, so they think they have a really strong sting, and they can basically hurt you and dry your skin like a branch, is what the people said. So when you or many Costa Ricans, they see this in their houses, they kill them, just because there is a myth about it. And that is something that we want to change. We want to educate the people that this is probably one of the most noble insects that we have in our planet. When I was 9 years old, and I started creating my first entomological collection with the purpose to understand what is in my yard in that moment. And I create the first, basically specimens that still I preserve in our collection. It's probably something similar that you get in your country.
Yeah.
So there are several species of Vanessas in Europe and in North America.
Yep.
So this is one of the species that we share. We are the bridge of Americas. We connect South and North America.
That's right, exactly.
And you see them as well in the butterflies that we get in Costa Rica.
So I always knew my name meant butterfly. I just didn't know there was one named Vanessa. So
Yes, and this is Beotus.
Jim has collected over 8,000 specimens, including the discovery of several new species.
My love for insects brought me to explore my country and across many jungles and walk inside of jungles many years of my life. So little by little I settled down and I started creating basically BioSur Foundation that is now a non-profit organization, and it's part of the heritage that I want to leave for the next generations. You cannot protect something that you don't know. You cannot love something that you don't know. So the first things that you need to do is to understand what it is. And through that you create emotions and feelings to protect. Humans do not understand what we have inside of this rainforest. It's beyond the understanding of many of the people. Even for myself, that I've been here for many years and I'm trying to understand what we have. There are many mysteries inside of the rainforest that still are waiting to be answered. And that is why I fell in love actually with this type of ecosystem, and why it's so complex, why it's holding so much life, why this place has so much species in a square meter that you cannot expect somewhere else in all the planet.
Como aquí, groserías.
No en el animal, ¿verdad? En la tierra.
Eso es un carro viejo, parece como el de Bumblebee.
I just want to bring awareness. I just want to bring information that people understand. The critical situation that we are right now as a species. I feel so much pain in my heart when I see a kid, and when there is not a future for all of them. It's so hard for my brain to understand that we are still in the future of me and many other kids. And So this is a way of how I can do my fight. Is something that I always said, everything starts with you and your actions. What you have in your hands, what you do every day, is how you impact to the natural world. I have a hope. Nature has a way of healing that is incredible. If we will let her to start doing that. And my motivation for start doing all this are the kids. The kids, they need a better future. I think all of us, we need a better future. We can achieve that if we don't preserve the natural world.
Juntos estamos restaurando el planeta. Mi nombre es Wesley y yo estoy restaurando el planeta. Mi nombre es Maybel y estoy restaurando el planeta.
My name is Jim Cordoba Alfaro. I am restoring our planet.